Well, the Secretary of State for the Home Department, James Clevery, made a statement yesterday addressing the issue of legal migration in the UK. He emphasises that migration levels are deemed too high and announces a 5-point plan to curb immigration abuses, aiming for the largest ever reduction in net migration. Like number 1, ending health and care visa abuse. Overseas care workers will no longer be allowed to bring family dependents. Care firms in England sponsoring visas will be regulated by the Care Quality Commission. The immigration health surcharge will be increased by 66%, generating around £1.3 billion annually for the country's health services. Number 2, preventing salary undercutting. The skilled worker earnings threshold will increase by a third to £38,700, and the health and social care visa routes will be exempt from these increases to continue attracting necessary healthcare workers. Number 3, eliminating cut-price shortage labour. The 20% salary discount for shortage occupations will be discontinued, and the shortage occupations list will be reformed in coordination with Migration Advisory Committee, in other words, MAC. And number 4, ensuring financially supported dependents. The minimum income for family visas will be raised to £38,700, aligning it with the minimum salary threshold for skilled workers, effectively doubling the current requirement. And finally, number 5, reviewing graduate route. The Migration Advisory Committee will review the graduate route to prevent abuse and protect the quality of the UK's highest education sector. Now, Cleverly asserts that these measures, combined with the earlier reduction in student dependence, will result in approximately 300,000 fewer people coming to the UK compared to the previous year. And the statement emphasises the need for fair, consistent, legal and sustainable immigration policies and highlights the ongoing efforts to combat illegal migration, noting a decrease in small boats arrivals. And in summary, their statement outlines a comprehensive plan to reduce legal migration, citing concerns about the strain on public services and the desire to fulfil the Brexit mandate of taking back control of the UK's borders. Now, I would show you what Yvette Cooper said, but didn't really say much other than just criticise the Conservative government's statement on immigration, calling it an admission of failure. Also claims that the chaos in the government is evident in their handling of net migration, which has tripled since the last election. Well, you're not wrong, are you? Also, Yvette Cooper argues for a proper plan linking immigration to training, the economy, the workforce plans. She also highlights the failures of the Conservative government in implementing fair immigration policies, citing issues with the 20% wage discount, low salary thresholds and lack of updates. Yvette Cooper also emphasises the absence of training requirements and workforce plans in the statement and points out the government's failures in construction training, engineering apprenticeships and social care recruitment. Cooper also criticised the Prime Minister for changing policies without corresponding economic plans and questions the government's approach to various sectors with skills and labour shortages. She also accused the government of being in chaos, well, she's not wrong there, and lacking serious plans for the economy and immigration. Well, in response, as always, our James not so cleverly defends the government, stating that he's still waiting for a policy announcement from the Labour Party. He also criticised Labour's past governance for discouraging investment in skills and failing to address transitional measures when the EU expanded. Slight problem, you've been in power for 13 years, but anyway. Cleverly also asserts that the government is already implementing substantial legal migration reforms and dismisses Labour's ideas as already being put in place by the current government. The thing is, the UK government has introduced new migration rules that will make it difficult for most people living in Britain to bring their spouses or partners to join them. Under the new rules, only those earning £38,700 or more will be allowed to sponsor dependents, including children, elderly parents and partners, to get a visa. The problem is the current minimum salary level is about £18,600, less than half of the new threshold. Exceptions may apply for UK or Irish citizens or those with settled status under post-Brexit arrangements for EU nationals. Now, with massive vacancies in social care, where a lot of people from around the world do a magnificent job of looking after people, James Clevery is basically saying, we're more than happy for you to look after our own, so to speak, but you're not allowed to look after your own, if you know what I mean. And on that situation, Labour's Rachael Maskell hit on a bit of a very good point.
Madam Deputy Speaker, there's a global skills shortage around health and care workers, so they have got choices to go to other countries which will accept dependents. So what message does he have for the 7.8 million people currently on the NHS waiting list when they won't have the skills to provide the care they desperately need?
Now, she may be wrong about the figure about the waiting list, but she's right about this. Why would someone want to come here, fill the gaps in health and social care or wherever, when their loved ones, spouses or whoever will not be allowed to come with them? Now, he did say the health and social care visa routes will be exempt from this increase to continue attracting necessary healthcare workers. But with this extreme Brexit Tory government, would you believe them? Also, with other countries around the world who would welcome, and not just them and their loved ones, with open arms. Why would you hang around in a country that doesn't make you or your loved ones feel welcome, be it in health and social care or any other sector? I would let you listen to our potty-mouthed Home Secretary's reply, but he didn't really say anything interesting other than just attacking opposition benches for basically highlighting that they're just salting the earth before they are kicked out so they can blame the next Labour government for the mess they've left behind. But there's a couple of things I don't understand. Who is this supposed to attract, voter-wise, I mean? I have a personal thought on this. I feel it is just to keep the headbangers in their party happy. When it came to this statement, they were out in full force, in the corner like naughty little school children. You know the ones I mean. When it was finished, these swivel-eyed loons, like a rat up a drain pipe, out the door and gone before Oliver Dowden got anywhere close to thanking the Madam Deputy Speaker. I get the feeling it's those people they're pandering to. Also, if I remember rightly, about 75% of the country do not earn anywhere close to that threshold. What's it like knowing that your job isn't anywhere near the £37,700 threshold? It almost sounds like this extreme Brexit Tory government don't think your job is worthwhile, I suppose. I also get the feeling that they're so detached from reality as well, thinking that £37,700 is what everybody earns, I suppose. Also, with our honest Bob earlier today saying we should encourage our workforce into the social care sector. Encourage sounds more like force them into something they have no real interest in going into, do they? If they were really interested, they would, in the first place, who'd got their CVs in and would have been taking up these positions and be more than happy to do so. But maybe that's their plan. But I would rather have someone who wants to be in that position rather than someone who's been forced into that position. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below and I shall bid you farewell and take care, my friends.